All right, let's get right into it. When you think about weight loss, the sheer amount of advice out there can feel like, well, like a tidal wave of conflicting information, right? It's really tough to figure out what actually works and what's just, noise. And if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by it all, you are definitely not alone. It's no wonder, really. Healthline says there's just so much bad weight loss information on the internet. You've got fad diets, you've got quick fixes. It's so easy to get lost. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to build a clear, sustainable roadmap together. And this isn't about some short-term diet, but about a lifestyle that's actually going to work for the long haul.
And the first step, it might not be what you think. It's not about food or exercise. It's all about building a really powerful mental foundation first.
That's because, as sources from the CDC all the way to Empower Health make super clear, lasting success really does start in your mind. Your mindset is the absolute cornerstone of any effective weight management plan. Seriously, without it, all the other pieces just won't hold up. Which brings us to maybe the most important question you need to ask yourself: what is your why? This is your deep, personal reason for making a change. It's not just, I want to lose some weight. It's, I want more energy to chase my kids around the park, or I really want to lower my risk of heart disease because it runs in my family. This why is what you'll come back to when things get tough. And get this, the health benefits don't require some huge, dramatic transformation. The CDC points out that even a modest weight loss of just 5% can make a huge difference for your health. So for someone who weighs 200 pounds, that's only 10 pounds. That small change can dramatically lower your risk for chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Pretty amazing, right? Okay, so once you've got your why locked in, you need a real plan to bring it to life. And that's where SMART goals come in. They are the perfect tool to turn that big motivation into small, concrete actions. So instead of a vague goal like, I'm going to eat better, a SMART goal is something like, I will add one vegetable to my dinner 3 nights a week. See? It's specific, you can measure it, and it's totally achievable. Now, with that solid foundation in place, we can start building the 3 core pillars of a healthy weight: nutrition, movement, and rest. And you should really think of these as an interconnected system. They all support each other. First up, nutrition. And let's be clear, this is not about severe restriction. It's about fueling your body with high-quality foods that actually nourish you. And making healthier choices doesn't have to be complicated at all. Just look at these examples from UC Davis Health. It's not about banning entire food groups. It's about making simple, smart swaps, like choosing baked fish instead of fried chicken, or grabbing a whole grain bread instead of biscuits. These are the small, consistent choices that really add up over time. Now, within your nutrition plan, there's one nutrient that really stands out from the pack. As Healthline puts it, protein is the king. So why is that? Well, your body actually burns more calories just digesting protein. It boosts your metabolism, and it's incredibly good at making you feel full and satisfied. That, in turn, helps you reduce your overall calorie intake without feeling deprived. So how much protein are we talking about? Well, for weight loss, the National Academy of Sports Medicine suggests aiming for around 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. And here's why that number is so important. Getting enough protein is absolutely key to preserving your lean muscle while you're losing fat, and that's essential for keeping your metabolism running strong. All right, let's shift gears to our second pillar: movement. The key here isn't just to move, but to move intelligently by combining 2 different kinds of exercise.
So here we have the 2 sides of the coin, cardio and strength training, and they each play a unique, vital role. Cardio, think brisk walking or cycling, is fantastic for burning calories right in the moment. But strength training, well, that's your long-term metabolic engine. AARP points out that it helps counteract that natural age-related muscle loss that slows down our metabolism. Bottom line, more muscle means you burn more calories, even when you're just sitting on the couch.
And getting started doesn't mean you have to suddenly become a professional athlete. This list from AARP just shows how accessible effective movement can be. Brisk walking, bodyweight squats, swimming, these are things most of us can fit into our lives. The trick is to find what you actually enjoy, because that's what you'll stick with. Now for our third and maybe the most underrated pillar of them all, quality sleep. We often sacrifice sleep for, well, everything else, but it is absolutely critical for managing your weight. So here's the science behind it from the Sleep Foundation. When you're sleep deprived, your body's regulation of 2 key appetite hormones just goes completely haywire: Ghrelin, which is the I'm hungry hormone, it spikes. At the same time, leptin, the I'm full hormone, drops. The results, you feel hungrier, you're less satisfied after you eat, and you start craving those high-calorie, high-carb foods. So yeah, prioritizing sleep is totally non-negotiable.
Okay, so we have our mindset, our why. We have our 3 pillars. Now let's talk about the daily habits that weave all of this into the fabric of your life and actually make it stick.
One of the most powerful habits you can build is mindful eating. This is not a diet, it's a practice of just paying full attention to your food. And as this guide from Empower Health shows, it all starts with simple, deliberate actions. Turning off your phone, taking a moment to actually look at and appreciate what's on your plate. By engaging all your senses and just slowing down, you start to reconnect with your body's natural hunger and fullness signals. And that is a total game changer.
And this tool, the Hunger and Fullness Scale, is the perfect sidekick for mindful eating. Before you eat, just check in with yourself. Are you actually hungry or are you just bored? In the middle of your meal, check in again. Are you feeling satisfied? This simple practice helps you honor what your body is trying to tell you, which can prevent both undereating and overeating.
So, let's bring this all together. What's the core philosophy here? What's the key to a truly sustainable path forward? You know, I think this quote from Healthline just says it perfectly. Shift your focus. Instead of seeing this as some kind of battle against your body to lose weight, reframe it. See it as a journey of nourishing your body. It's about adding health, adding energy, and adding strength, not just subtracting pounds. This whole process doesn't have to be some giant, overwhelming leap. It can start right now with one small, totally manageable step. So I'll leave you with this question. What is one small change you can make today to start nourishing your body?